so bad just far as, and as you said, when I was reading the lineup for Dudley, I heard quite a few familiar names, and you know, so I figured that there's a lot of national players on this team. I can't attest for the Lady Masters, but yet still, they look like they've been, you know, taught a few things, and they are trying to play within their means.
Yes, I think Lady Masters would have really recognized the importance of being compact, and also bringing a little bit of physicality to the team to try to level the playing field, as it were.
All right, and the ball is back into play. Play down the line for number 16. It is for Dudley, and there's a cross in, and the ball is straight into the goalkeeper hand. Halves. Sorry, goalkeeper Colborne, and Colborne kicks it, goes down onto the right side for Lady Masters, controlled by the player over on that side, but intercepted by Buckley, and the ball is into touch. So it's a throw-in. These numbers on the Lady Masters shirts, because black is kind of difficult to make them out from quite across here, but it's a throw-in for Lady Masters on the right-hand side. Ball thrown back to the wing back. She takes a touch. Ball intercepted by Buckley for Dudley. Buckley plays one in, and plays into the box. Ball is, and the keeper is out, Colborne, and Colborne makes a girly grab. Well done by Colborne. Colborne rolls it out to number 3, but there's a whistle by referee Portia Davis, but unfortunately the player gets up quite quickly, so it looks like it's going to be a drop ball. Zico?
Yeah, I mean, as we mentioned, you know, Dudley United FC will be looking to make inroads early.
And the ball is with Jada Benjamin. It looks like Benjamin down the right, looks up, takes a shot and goal, but the ball is blocked by a defender, and the referee, fourth official, has waved her flag, and it seems like it's a handball on Lady Masters.
Yes, that defender getting her hand over her head in quite an unnatural position, you know, making the call really easy for the assistant referee as well as for the head referee, Portia Davis, and she points to the spot, and it looks like it's going to be Gabriel D'Souza stepping up. No surprise there, George.
Yeah, well, it would have been D'Souza, or it would have been Benjamin, but it seems like D'Souza has been tasked with the spot kick for today, and D'Souza runs up and scores, and so it's 1-0 to Dudley FC in the,
I want to say the
unofficially 12th minute.
12th minute, I want to say, thereabout. So Gabriel D'Souza, national player, getting her tally.
How much gone? You know when he started.
Getting her tally started, and it's with Dudley United FC taking an early lead, 1-0.
In the 12th minute, it's 1-0 to Dudley FC. Right, and so the ball is with Dudley. Ball played out on Dudley's left, takes on her man and does it lovely. She's down the line, still going, tried to play to cross the Buckley, but it was intercepted by Lady Masters. The player for Lady Masters is coming out. She plays one over the top. Ball is being chased by the number 16, but intercepted by number 15, Roberts. Roberts plays it into Buckley. Buckley turns lovely, gets her head up, cut backs into midfield. Looks to play a diagonal ball to D'Souza, but intercepted by the centre back for Dudley. Still number 15 tries to take it down, but it ricochets off. So now, seems like it's a handball on the Lady Masters player there up front. Number 17 it is. Nathan it is, number 17 for Lady Masters. And Dudley FC starts his shot with number 5. Hodge plays it into Benjamin. Benjamin turns. Plays one to D'Souza. D'Souza, lovely turn by D'Souza. But challenge, but still D'Souza eludes her man, chasing it, going down to the corner flag. D'Souza catches up with it.
So it has a D.
But it goes out for a goal kick
on the back of the case.
To Lady Masters.
My phone. It has a, so it's an iPhone like this. It has a D on the back of the phone. Yeah. Oh, no.
It's a goal kick for Lady Masters to be taken by Colborne. Colborne plays it to number 5, Melvin. Melvin plays it across. A lovely turn, but intercepted by Buckley. Now back to Buckley. Buckley turns inside on the top of the 18, takes a touch across, but tries to shoot, and the ball goes wide and into touch. Zico?
So it looks really difficult going for Lady Masters at the very start, George. Finding it very, very difficult to get out the half. I mean, it's as is they're trying to play out of the back, not very successfully, and they after a few passes seem to be turning possession over in very dangerous situations.
Number 3 for James. Oh, but it's a wayward pass by number 3, which goes to number 18 for Lady Masters, and she takes a shot and goal, but the pass goes straight to Colburn, and Colburn makes a comfortable save. That was risky by the Lady Masters. They're trying to play from the back, Zico, but it doesn't seem like everybody's in full sync. They seem like they did some work on it, but it's not really working out for them. Ball possessed, intercepted by Wadadli FC. Wadadli FC goes down the flank, cuts back to her right foot, heads up, makes a pass to Buckley. Buckley takes a touch, makes a pass to D'Souza. D'Souza turns and shoots, and is saved by Colburn, but ball falls for the Wadadli FC player, and the player right in goal puts it over the bar.
This looks like James there for Wadadli United FC, George.
Number 9.
Yes, Kevancia James getting a couple attempts at goal. The first shot was saved by goalkeeper Colburn, and she got the rebound and managed to put it over the crossbar from close range. I think one of the issues with Lady Masters, George, the first few passes in the attempt to play out the back are fairly decent passes, but there doesn't seem to be any movement in the middle of the field or even up top, so there's no out ball, and then they keep turning it over in very dangerous positions at the moment. You really don't want to give Wadadli United FC, with the starting lineup that they have, too many cracks at goal from 15 meters out, George.
The ball is booted into midfield and intercepted by Benjamin. Falls to D'Souza. D'Souza turns, plays it inside for number 18, and number 18 takes a shot on goal, and boom, the ball is into the back of the net, going to the left of Colburn, and Colburn had no chance of saving it. And it's goal for Wadadli FC, so it's 2-0 in the 19th minute of play. So it's 2-0 for London. Aliyah London, number 18.
Yes, London collecting neatly, George, just inside the penalty area, and turning and making no mistakes about her finish there. Very clinical finish there from number 18, Aliyah London.
2-0 so far for Wadadli United against Lady Masters. Lady Masters playing it back to number 5. Number 5 comes forward, looks up, makes a pass, but pass is intercepted by Wadadli FC. Ball is with number 5. Hodge, and there's a ball goes into the throw in for Hodge. Hodge takes the throw into number 9, but there's an infringement on number 9 pushing in the back. Wadadli FC, so now it's a free kick for Lady Masters. Looks like it'll be taken by there's a kick to be taken by Lady Masters here, and there's a player jogging across to take the kick. Unfortunately, these players' uniform doesn't have any number on the front. Zico says it's very difficult to say who is who when the ball is with Lady Masters.
As is with the females, the long hair covers the numbers at the back as well.
In the back also, but it's a good take by number 10, but she made a errant pass. Now the ball is with Benjamin, and Benjamin is on the attack. Plays a lovely through ball, but intercepted by the defender, Lady Masters. Lady Masters still have it. Number 10 turns in it in midfield, head up, and plays a lovely ball over the top. But number 8 is just watching it and intercepted back to number 5, but the number 12 defender and the ball is now with Kanika Buckley. Down the left, she plays it to D'Souza. D'Souza turns, cuts across, plays a diagonal ball across to number 9, but unfortunately, James could not catch up with it.
That was a bit of a heavy pass there, George.
The ball goes into touch.
I mean, we know Kevancia James to be a speedster, but I think that was a little bit ambitious from D'Souza, and it would be incredibly difficult for James to get on the end of that.
Well, we know D'Souza known to be a one-on-one player, but I see she's trying to pass a little more today, and that's really good to see from D'Souza, who is normally just picking it up and going at players, but now she's turning and looking for her teammates, which is very good. Yeah. So there's a goal kick taken by Colburn, plays to a defender turns, plays it in the midfield gets it and turn. She has space in front of her to run into, but cut back, decide to play it to number 5. Number 5 tried to boot it over the top for the forward, but it's intercepted by Roberts. Number 15, Roberts tried to play one to the middle, but there's an errant pass and intercepted. Now intercepted back by Roberts again. Ball is with Hodge for Wadadli FC. Hodge pass was blocked. Now Hodge goes again. Ball into James. James turns to midfield, looks up, plays it to Benjamin. Benjamin had to reach for it, but now she's on it. Looks to change. Still trying to take on a player, but loses out. And the ball is passed, intercepted by Hodge. Hodge looks to her right, plays it to James. James has it, takes her time, takes on the player, but a little too errant touch and miscontrol by number 6, so Lady Masters, and now the ball is into touch for a throw for Wadadli FC to be taken by number 5, Hodge. Hodge tries to trade for James. James has it, but loses out to the defender. Defender plays it forward, being chased by number 8, but won by Benjamin. Benjamin has it, turns at midfield, cuts back, but she's under some pressure and happens to lose out. And the ball is broken. The defender made a mistouch at number 8 for Wadadli FC is on. Lady Masters was on it, but ball intercepted by Roberts. Plays to the goalkeeper, Halves plays it wide. Number 12, she turns out, plays it for D'Souza. D'Souza is taking an man 1v1, does so successfully. D'Souza is up the line, Buckley making a run to midfield. Lovely pass by D'Souza to Buckley. But the pass is a bit soft and Buckley should have taken a step to it, but unfortunately intercepted by Lady Masters. Number 5 for Lady Masters tried to play one over the top. Intercepted by 8, balls fall for Benjamin. Benjamin takes one, heads up, plays it wide for number 9, which is James, but pass was heavy, Zico.
Yes, I mean, so finally, Lady Masters got a break, but, it was comfortably dealt with by what looks like a well-organized Wadadli United defense, and they were comfortable enough to play it back to the goalkeeper, Jewel Have, and play it across, and they were successful in playing out to the back.
Yeah, and number 14, forward that left was off the field for some apparent reason, but now she has returned. So for the last 7 or 8 minutes, Zico, that left was down to 9 players, but number 14, Zolik Samuel had some sort of issue, but now she's back on the field of play.
They didn't look like they missed a beat there, George.
That's what I'm saying, Zico. It looks like Wadadli United was in full control of this game, and now there's a throw-in for Lady Masters, taken by number 4 to number 5. Miscontrol it, intercepted by James. James is still on it. James turns, pass it back to number 8, which is Thomas. Thomas plays it over the top to London. London uses the body, when it play a lovely ball into Buckley. Buckley leaves it for London. London comes on it and takes a shot to goal, and it falls for number 14, but number 14 kicks it straight at Colburn, and that's another save for Colburn. Yeah, in the first half, who has her work cut out for Colburn.
I think Zolik would have backed herself to do a better job of finishing that, George. It was one-on-one. It sat up nicely for her, but unfortunately her shot went straight to Colburn.
Ball is with Hodge, and then ball was blocked and goes into touch off of the number 6 player, Pell, for Wadadli United. So now there's a throw-in for number 7, which is Isaac. Isaac takes the throw to Thomas. Thomas back to Isaac. Isaac tries to play forward, intercepted by Benjamin. Number 9, and there's a foul, but on number 7, Isaac, on number 9, but the referee decided to blow a foul where the number 9 had the advantage.
I think Kanika would have much rather the advantage being allowed in that situation, George. I mean, with her speed and with her directness, I think, she would have hoped that the referee would have allowed her to play on.
Yes, and the ball is played into touch by Lady Masters number 5, Kayla Martin. So now it's a throw-in, it's a corner kick, for Wadadli FC to be taken by number 7, Gabriel D'Souza, from the eastern side of the field.
It looks like it's going to be a right-footed corner kick swinging away from the goalkeeper, George.
And it's swung in by, ball picked up by Buckley, but cleared by the number 3 defender, Isaac, for Lady Masters. Ball chased down by Zolik Samuel, and now she plays it back to Benjamin has it, plays it wide to number 8, Thomas have it, back to Benjamin has time and space, plays it wide to D'Souza has one player to beat, she gets past the one player into the 18-yard box, plays across the Buckley, and Buckley tries a shot, but the ball goes wide and into touch for a goal kick.
George, as you mentioned, as you alluded to earlier, we normally see D'Souza going at goal, and this has been like the second or third time she's looked to get one of her teammates involved, which for me is the progression in a game that is, from my perspective, really welcome and is going to be necessary for her in terms of her development.
And there we have a foul on Buckley by number 4, Burton, for Lady Masters. So it's a free kick on the top of the 18 going towards the northern goal for Wadadli FC. And it looks like it's Benjamin over the ball here, the captain, assuming responsibility of this free kick for our team.
You think she's going to go straight to goal, George?
Well, there's no wall. So the referee was counting for 10, but recognizing that there was no wall and decided to stop her count shot at 7-0. So Benjamin alone is over it. She has a clear path at goal here to take a shot. But now there's a few players in the 18, at least 10 yards if she strikes, and the ball is blocked by number 4, Isaac, and goes into touch on the left-hand side of the pitch, going towards the northern goal, and is a throw-in for Wadadli FC. Buckley. So the throw-in is being taken, to number 14, but she turns inside number 14 still in it, but intercepted by the defender. Number 3 clears, picked up by Benjamin for Wadadli FC, but her had a heavy touch, being challenged by number 6, and takes it to, and it's a lovely save by Colborne here. Colborne has had more touches than both strikers here for Lady Masters today, Zico.
Still one-way traffic, George. Wadadli United dominating possession and getting a lot of good looks on goal. I mean, I think they may be slightly disappointed only having a 2-goal advantage at this point.
And the ball is with Lady Masters again, but intercepted here by D'Souza. D'Souza looks to take some man. She gets past it successfully, takes another one, gets past it successfully. The 1-2 with London. London gives the back. D'Souza comes across on her right, takes a shot, but it's a save by Colborne once again. And Colborne rolls it out to her number 10, who is Cochrane. Cochrane plays a big ball upfield, but intercepted by number 8, Thomas. And Thomas plays it to Benjamin. Benjamin turns, plays a true ball through the gap for James, and James gets onto it, crosses the crowd goal, and Buckley is free, but saved once again at point-blank range by Colborne off of Buckley.
I'll tell you what, George, I think Serenity Colborne, all things being equal, is would be leading for my player of the game so far, George.
Well, based on the amount of saves that she has made thus far, Zico, she's definitely a top contender. But is it in the right to give the player the game to the losing team, someone on the losing team, Zico? That's always been a debate or a topic, but I guess we'll have to see how we could work that out. Anyway, ball intercepted by Wadadli FC by Zolik. Zolik plays it to number 12. Number 12 plays it wide to D'Souza. D'Souza tries a 1-2, but it was some cheeky defending by the defender down there for Lady Masters by making sure that the ball passed, but the man didn't pass, and the referee, Portia Davis, has no option.
What do you think about that call, George? Not playing the advantage. Yes, it was a foul, but clearly Buckley was in good position to continue to play and continue the attack. I would just like to see, a little bit more flow, a little bit more continuity in the game.
A free kick taken by Cobb. The free kick was taken by D'Souza, and she hits a straight on goal, and there was a mistake by Colborne. Unfortunately, he has been so good thus far in goal for Lady Masters, and the ball trickles into the goal. So now the score is 3-0 in the 31st minute of play. So,
George, commentators curse, we were just singing her praises.
Well, I wouldn't want to call it commentators, but under such pressure for a half an hour, Zico, at some point in time you're going to crumble, and I guess that was just it for her. Well, and to lead back to what you were saying earlier on the foul blown by referee Portia Davis. I think the only play I saw from that would have transpired was D'Souza getting a 1-2 from Buckley, and that would not have happened because Buckley, D'Souza was fouled. So I guess that's why referee Davis made the call. Ball is with number 10. Number 10 tried to play a big ball forward, but last intercepted by number 8 for Lady Masters. Intercepted back by Zolik. Tried to play forward for London, but the ball didn't fall for London. Now it's intercepted, played down the line for D'Souza, who has some pace and catches it and cuts around her player. D'Souza now is coming inside, plays it across on goal. Oh, but there was no one there to tap home, and the ball rolls straight across the face of goal and goes into touch for a goal kick for Lady Masters.
I like what I'm seeing so far of Gabrielle D'Souza, George. I mean, as we said, she's used to being that one-woman wrecking crew, bearing down on goal. But I see, it looks like she's done some work adding a different dimension to her game. You know, looking to get around that last defender, squaring when necessary. Ultimately, she's a goal scorer, she's a finisher, and she's already on the score sheet. But I like the attempt on, expanding her game to that all-around player that we know she can be.
Well, back to the gay runner play here, and the ball is with Lady Masters number 10, Cochrane. Cochrane plays a 1-2. Ball is played to number 8. Number 8 plays it back to number 5. Our number 5 is on the ground, but unfortunately, you can't be on the ground and play the ball, so there's a foul blow on number 5. Kayla Melvin, for Lady Masters, and she threw the ball away and had to be, cautioned and told to calm down by referee Portia David. So the ball is being played now by Thomas. Thomas plays it to Zolik. Zolik plays it back to Thomas, but Thomas played an errant pass, but the defender didn't control it, and it goes back. Ball is with Benjamin now. Benjamin Buckley making a run forward. James making a run, but he decided to play to James. James with a cross, and the ball is straight to Colburn and comfortably collected by Colburn to start the attack for Lady Masters. Colburn decides to kick this one finally, and kicks it well over to half line. Ball reached number 7, but number 7 couldn't control it. Number 10, Cochrane was there. Now it's defended by number 6. Hodge plays it forward, intercepted by 4. Number 3, but falls to James. James is on it, plays it across midfield to Zolik, number 14. Number 14 plays a lovely through ball to D'Souza now. D'Souza is in and goal, 1-on-1 with Colburn, but D'Souza tries to go for the far corner and misses the goal completely, and now the ball goes into touch for another goal kick for Lady Masters. And Zico, I can't tell the last time the ball has been in the southern half of the pitch comfortably for at least 2 seconds. Zico, it's all one-way traffic here. Wadadli FC dominating Lady Masters by such a stretch. It's impossible to call it, Zico.
Yes, Joel have the Dominican international now. She just represented Dominica in the female Windward Islands tournament. She's largely been untroubled and untested and comfortable in the game so far.
The ball is with number 8, Thomas. Thomas plays it to Benjamin for Wadadli. Wadadli plays it to Zolik. Samuel plays to Buckley. Still with Wadadli. Buckley plays it to James. James go, but there's a lovely sliding tackle there by the number 5 for Lady Masters. This is Kayla Melvin, who made a lovely sliding tackle there, and the ball goes into touch for a corner kick to Wadadli FC.
Yeah,
and it looks like London is going to take the corner here, number 18.
I think the Lady Masters defense have been really put under pressure from the onset, George, and we start to see the tiredness starting to set in as well as the frustration.
So yeah, I think the corner was taken by London, but met by number 4, Burton, and goes back into touch for another corner kick for Wadadli FC. Corner is being left-footed. Corner is seems like an in-swinger, but D'Souza comes short. Ball play short. D'Souza has it, tried to take our number, the defender, but the defender intercepted it, and it goes into touch for a throw-in now for Wadadli, taken by London. London throws it to James. James to Thomas. Thomas whips it inside to Buckley. Buckley missed shots, but it's far for Samuel. Samuel's a lovely turn, looking at goal, and Samuel takes a shot, but it's well over bar, not troubling Colburn by the least.
That was a neat turn there by Zolik, but unfortunately not being able to keep her attempt on target. But again, Lady Masters trying to play out, losing possession in dangerous areas, and giving Wadadli United a lot of chances on goal.
Go and ask the photo official how much time gone, The fella around in the pink shirt, ask how much time gone again. Yeah, so we're back to the runner play here, and the ball was intercepted by Benjamin. Benjamin decided to take a shot from 20 yards, but it was partially stopped by the number 4 defender, Thomas, Burton, sorry, and as far as a Colburn, and Colburn now is just taking a bit of time off the clock, and now she takes it up and rolls it out to her number 10 player, but the referee blows her whistle because number 6 was on the ground, like she was in a bit of pain, so the referee stopped the game, but unfortunately the number 6 is up, so the referee has to. Yeah, so we're in the 27th minute of play here at the Antigua and Barbuda.
Looks like a substitution there.
Here. Number 6, which is Pell, for Lady Masters coming off, and number
12, Jakayla Bellot.
Jakayla Bellot, who's now on the pitch. So there's a first half sub, and the referee drops the ball here for number 5. Number 5 for Lady Masters boots it upfield, but intercepted by Roberts, centre back for Wadadley, and the ball went to London, but London ran through. And the referee had no choice to blow.
Quite a way to make your introduction there, George. You know, within seconds of coming on.
Bellop has the run through London, but the free kick, 20 yards down the middle of the pitch here. The free kick was taken by D'Souza. D'Souza lines this one up, strikes at goal, but it's a bit high and over the bar, so that didn't trouble Colburn at all, and I'm sure Colburn is much more relieved of it going over the bar and coming straight at them. So 27 minutes in to the game. Now ball is played wide. Ball is with the right wing back. Right wing back boots it up pitch, but intercepted by Samuel. Falls to D'Souza. D'Souza takes a man and cuts it up. Goes past 1, goes past 2. D'Souza is approaching the 80. She's in the 80 now, coming across and goal. Dribbles 1. But unfortunately the ball goes in. The defender got a touch on it, and the ball goes into touch, and it's a corner for Wadadley FC. Zico.
That was a timely intervention by the defender there, George. Gabriel D'Souza, you know, with a head of steam, gliding past defenders, bearing down on goal, and I think, you know, it will be uncomfortable when Gabby's in that frame of mind, George.
Well, definitely. That looks like a young bubbler. Greg Reed darting across there just now, or Aquila Hill House. But anyway, the corner is taken short, and then it's whipped in by London, but it goes into touch for a goal kick for Lady Masters. And Colburn is taking a whole lot of time on these.
I think that's probably smart, George. With such one-way traffic and not being able to maintain possession, I think her just taking a bit of sting out of the game may be the smarter way to go at this point.
Ball up to Isaac. Isaac miscontrolled but intercepted by Buckley for Wadadley FC. Buckley plays it to London. London gets it, turns. Lovely quick turn by London. And there was a sliding tackle by Isaac, but picked up by D'Souza. And D'Souza strike on goal. Ricochets to Buckley. Buckley cuts 1, cuts 2 defenders, cuts 3, but intercepted by Isaac again there and cleared by Isaac. Ball rolls by for number 12, which is Henry, and Henry plays it back into the middle. But ball up gets anti first for Lady Masters. Ball has 2 plays inside for number 8, Lambert, but Lambert miscontrols it. It falls. Now the ball is with number 10, Cochrane, for Lady Masters, who has some space. She's been challenged by D'Souza, but D'Souza was shocked aside, but she made an errant pass and picked up by Buckley. Buckley to London, and London takes a shot and goal and comfortably grabbed by Colburn. And Colburn elects to kick, and Colburn boots it down the left-hand side. Ball falls, but it's a handball infringement by the Lady Masters player, and it's a free kick to Wadadley FC.
It's really tough, really tough going in this first half for Lady Masters, George. It's really difficult for them to get out of their half against a well-organized, well-experienced Wadadley United FC. I think these games for both teams are really difficult. For a team as dominant in possession as Wadadley United, still doing the right things, but it also is extremely difficult for a team that's been dominated as well.
Yes, and as you say, Zico, when you have the people under the cushion, you keep them under the cushion. That is what happened here with Wadadley FC. But the ball is now with goalkeeper Colburn. She rolls it out to number 3, James. James plays it across to number 5, Melville. Melville tried to play out, but the ball falls straight to Zolik Samuel. Zolik Samuel is intercepted by number 10, Cochrane, but Zolik plays it back to Roberts, number 15. Number 15 tries to play diagonal balls, but is intercepted by number 3.
So handball,
The handball by number
handball
3,
by number
James
3 did.
for Lady Masters. Free kick taken by Benjamin into Buckley. Buckley looks, scans, tried to dummy it, but the defender was right behind her. Ball up, picks it up, number 12, plays it to number 17. Nathan lost out, loses out. Ball far back to ball, she loses out, and now it's with Buckley. Buckley blaze it after Benjamin. Benjamin takes it, turns to the outside, plays the ball over the top for James, number 9. But what that left, she runs onto it. Cross it is across the box, but is comfortably held by Colborne. And Colborne, if we are looking at national goalkeeper, Zico, on this play here, Colborne is in the running for it. Colborne starts his shot with ball up, but ball up kicks it straight to Zolik Samuel. Zolik Samuel is 18 yards out and takes a strike. But ball goes wide to the left of Colborne's goal, and now Colborne has a...
I think George, the number 12 there for Lady Masters who've just come in, Jacayla Bellot. I think she would have been a standout player for the Princess Margaret team. So Coach Javon Hersman looking to add a little bit of compactness, a little bit of quality in the center of the park to try to stem the flow, the relentless attack of the Wadadli United FC.
Oh, well. And the ball goes out into touch there, and the ball now is Lady Master ball. There was a tussle between James and James, number 9 for Wadadli FC, and number 3 for Lady Master. Lady Master take the throw. The throw he plays it headed forward by number 7, but intercepted by number 5, Hodge. Hodge plays it back to to Martin. Thomas plays it to Buckley, but Buckley was upended by number 4, Burton. And referee Portia Davis is reaching for a pocket. So it looks like we'll have the first yellow card of the game, Zico. And the first yellow card of the game goes to number 4, it looks like, Burton. But I stand to be corrected because there's no numbers on the front and I saw a number on the back. Yes, it is number 4.
Number 4, yes.
This is the first yellow card of the game here by referee Portia Davis, Zico.
Yes, Shanika.
These yellow cards are coming, it's been dominated for quite some time. I'm surprised,
I think referee Portia Davis is trying to have the game flow, but that one really deserved the caution. That was a little bit over the top.
And free kick taken by Benjamin on target, and it was a save by Colborne once again, but picked up by D'Souza. Tries to take a man on, but loses out. The defender wins it, plays it across the middle. Bella tried to get it, but didn't get. Samuel gets it, plays it back to Benjamin. Benjamin has a lick, and this one goes over the bar once again by Benjamin and into touch for another goal kick.
Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort there by the skipper, Jada Benjamin. She's just finding her range, but George just slightly over the crossbar.
And the ball is played. Ball is with number 3. Number 3 turns it around the corner, but it reached not toward another player. It was tested by Benjamin again. Benjamin has it, cuts back, elected not to go forward, plays it to her right back, Hodge. Hodge plays it back to her centre back compatriot, Thomas. Thomas plays it into Zolik Samuel, a lovely turn by Samuel. Samuel using the space she has in front of the going to, and tries to play it through, but intercepted by Bellot. Now Bellot gives it right back to Wadadli FC in the number 15, which is Roberts. Roberts to Hodge. Hodge takes a lovely first touch forward to go past a man. Flicks it with the outside left foot to James. James goes down the flank. James is still going. And a cross by James. And Bellot, it is. Tried to clear, but it goes out into touch for a corner kick.
There's that bit of quality there, George, with Bellot. Good positioning to effectively nullify that dangerous cross being whipped across the goal by Kevancia James.
Yes, and the corner is taken by London once again. London taking a left-footed in-swinger, and she kicks it, and there was 4 defenders on it. It goes back out to London. London has another chance to whip it and lifts it in. And oh my days, Bellot tries to clear it, but it skids off of Bellot, and Colborne had no chance. And the ball is into the back of the net. Goal number 4 for Wadadli FC here in the first half of play here at the Antigua and Barbuda Technical Center. The opening match between Wadadli FC and Lady Masters. The score is now 4-0.
Yes, George, that would be the second tally for Aaliyah London. She opened the scoring very early, and her shot cross, a bit of a mix-up there between Bellot and Colborne, causing the goalkeeper a little bit of trouble in the goal, and allowing young London to tally her second of the encounter.
Isat is back here. The ball is with number 8 for Lady Masters. The ball is now with number 10. Cochrane. Cochrane turns and goes right back to our centre back. Number 5. Number 5 gives it 12, and 12 to 5. 5 now try to play a long ball down the flank, which is being chased by the attacking player, but intercepted by the number 12 for Lady Masters. Now the ball is with number 14, Samuel. Samuel turns, skip past one, but her first was too fast, so Cochrane intercepts. Now ball is with Thomas. Thomas to Roberts. So Wadadli FC intercepted again by number 15. Williams plays it, but number 15 for Wadadli intercepts it and plays a long ball over the top for D'Souza. But Bellat was on her P's and Q's to that pass. Apparently both of them has been teammates at PM School Zico, if I'm correct. D'Souza and Bellat.
They would have played together at some point. But we can clearly see George. I mean, finally the ball going into the Wadadli United FC half, but it was calmly dealt with by, again, a well-organized and a well-compact defense, you know, being at this point expertly marshaled by Brianna Roberts.
Yes, Zico. So I think the referee has the call for a ball because the ball apparently went over the fence and a bit too far. So it's a throw-in on the left-hand side going from south to north for Wadadli FC, and the throw will be taken by Henry. Henry takes the throw into Buckley, but intercepted by number 5. Number 5, Melvin. Melvin tries to turn, still on it fighting, and there's a foul on Melvin by Kanika Buckley. So it'll be a free kick on the far end of the pitch for Lady Masters.
We just see the Lady Masters trying to take the sting out of the game, George. It's not easy chasing shadows for the better part of, going on 35 minutes now. So it's no surprise that they're trying to slow things down.
Free kick taken by Martin. Taken by Cochrane. Cochrane had a post first touch, so she was challenged by London. Or London tries a fancy trick there, but didn't execute, and Cochrane regained possession. Ball is now with number 8. Number 8 turns and let it run, but it is by Hodge. And Hodge loses it out. Now the ball is with Thomas. Thomas tried to play it for James. James did a lovely turn on James.
1 minute extra time.
And James, and we have referee James here, bearing in the goal, plays the ball to number 6 of Buckley. Buckley's inside, and Buckley plays it wide on a 1v1 with Colburn. And here we saw the fourth official just raise their flag for 1 minute, the scoreboard for 1 minute of extra time to be played here in the first half of this encounter between Wadadli FC and Lady Masters.
I think that was good positioning by young Serenity Colburn, coming out, staying as big as possible for as long as she possibly could, narrowing the angle and forcing Kanika Buckley to shoot wide of goal there, George.
Yes, it is. Now it seems like there's an injury to Colburn, Zico, and I'm sure the Lady Masters cannot afford that, Zico, if Colburn cannot continue. But it seems like she's up, she's a little hunched over, and there's a few players on the deck, Zico, sitting down. So there's been some time here being taken to assess the referee. The referee's taking some time here to assess goalkeeper Colburn. You know, and they know when it's a goalkeeping injury, the goalkeeper can't leave the field because there's only one goalkeeper. So we'll have to take this time to just a quick rundown, Zico, on the half. But there it goes. It's halftime, blown by referee Portia Davis, and the score now is 4-0 to Wadadli FC over Lady Masters, Zico.
Yes, I think Lady Masters would have welcomed that halftime whistle there, George. I mean, it has been literally one-way traffic for the entirety of the first half. The Wadadli United FC obviously boasting a lot of experience and a lot of current national players would have really put the Lady Masters FC under the cush from the onset, George, and leading the encounter comfortably 4-0.
Definitely, Zico. A 4-0 lead. So we'll just leave you here at this appointed time, and we'll return a couple of minutes before the start of the second half. George Saunders and Desmond Zico Blur here at the ABFA Technical Center for the first encounter of the 2025 Women's Football League, sponsored by Calvin Foundation.
Discover the Caribbean from a new perspective with Calvin Air Helicopters. Call us today at 789-4354 or email reservations@calvinair.com. From providing access to higher learning, fostering young talent in music, to supporting youth development initiatives, the Calvin Air Foundation is playing a pivotal role in nurturing the potential of tomorrow's leaders. Discover the Caribbean from a new perspective with Calvin Air Helicopters. Call us today at 789-4354 or email reservations@calvinair.com. From providing access to higher learning, fostering young talent in music, to supporting youth development initiatives, the Calvin Air Foundation is playing a pivotal role in nurturing the potential of tomorrow's leaders. Discover the Caribbean from a new perspective with Calvin Air Helicopters. Call us today at 789-4354 or email reservations@calvinair.com. From providing access to higher learning, fostering young talent in music, to supporting youth development initiatives, the Calvin Air Foundation is playing a pivotal role in nurturing the potential of tomorrow's leaders. Discover the Caribbean from a new perspective with Calvin Air Helicopters. Call us today at 789-4354 or email reservations@calvinair.com. From providing access to higher learning, fostering young talent in music, to supporting youth development initiatives, the Calvin Air Foundation is playing a pivotal role in nurturing the potential of tomorrow's leaders.
Yeah, and this is George Saw Dublin along with Desmond Zico Blur, and we're back here at the Technical Center for this 2025 Calvin Aid sponsors Women's Football League, and we're here with the first game of the league so far, Wadadli FC versus Lady Masters, and the score here at the halftime interval is 4-0 to Wadadli FC, and the goal scoring goes as number 7, Gabriel D'Souza in the 6th minute of play with a penalty. Number 18, London, in the 11th minute of play. D'Souza getting the second goal of the game so far in the 23rd minute, and London with her second also to make it 4-0 in the 37th minute of play. So Zico, what are some of the things you're expecting in the second half, minus the dominance of Wadadli FC?
I mean, hopefully Lady Masters in their halftime talk would have, found a way, at least in theory, to have a little bit more possession. Hopefully that would lead to more of a competitive encounter, but more so establishing possession would give their defense a little bit of a reprieve. They've been under constant pressure for the first 40 minutes of the game, George.
Yeah, so as you said, Zico, Wadadli FC has dominated the first half totally. It looks to me like the Lady Masters are a new and upcoming team, Zico, and just testing the waters here. So we must give them some props, and the goalkeeper, Colburn, for really keeping the scoreline to just a minimum of 4 thus far during this game, Zico.
I think Serenity Colburn, you're quite right. It's a new team, and there are a lot of young players. I think Serenity has been the standout player so far, but I also want to give some commendations for a first half performance by their skipper, Kayla Melvin. She's been really trying to put the work in defensively, trying to keep the score to a respectable scoreline. And we look like we have a substitution at the half for Lady Masters. Number 4 being substituted, that's Shanika Burton, and she's being replaced by number 9, Samoya Weeks.
Well, and most of the play for Wadadli FC, Zico, was coming down the right side of the pitch with James, and I think Burton was playing left back, who had to do a lot of the running, the chasing up and down. When it wasn't James coming off of the right, it was D'Souza coming off of the right. So I could understand the substitution here by the coach of the Wadadli Masters. So we're looking to start the second half. Both teams are back on the pitch, except for the substitution by Lady Masters. There's been no other substitution, so the starting team remains the same for Wadadli FC. And the kickoff this time now going from south to north belongs to Lady Masters. And we're on the way here. Ball played back by number 8 to number 16, she just gives it away, intercepted by James. James tried to play it through to D'Souza, but it was intercepted by the defender. Ball chased down by James though. James has it, plays the cross midfield to number 6, Buckley. Buckley missed touch, but being able to chase it down under some challenge. And Buckley plays a lovely ball to the Samuel. Samuel takes a good touch, double in the box, gets past one defender, plays the ball across to D'Souza. D'Souza is on top of the box, jump past one, and strikes to go, but it's a lovely save. Absolutely brilliant by Colburn, and cleared away by Bollard for Lady Masters. But a relentless attack here, Zico, by Wadadli FC.
Straight from the kickoff, George. But again, Serenity Colburn being the massive difference, George. I mean, yes, it's 4-0, but you take Serenity out of the goal, it could have easily been 10 or 12 at this point. She's been the standout player, holding her own, keeping the scoreline to a respectable state as it is.
And we're with Wadadli FC, a ball across the goal by James, but cleared away by the defender for Lady Masters, picked up by Benjamin, and Benjamin was chipped. It looks like number 10.
There's a foul there by
number 10, Cochrane. Yes, it is. Fouling the other skipper for the next team, Benjamin. So there's a free kick now on top of the box, some 22 yards out. Zico.
I think D'Souza looks like she's really interested in this one, George.
Yeah, D'Souza looks like she fancies this one, no, most definitely. But Zico, I find like I'm not to knock the officials, but the officials not, like you can't, they bloody whistle, but you can't decide where they're going. Like the officials are not like animated. You know, the men officials, you could tell the destination of the foul, what's coming next. But anyway, as it is, shot taken by D'Souza, blocked by Bollard, falls for London, and London takes a left-footed shot, but the ball goes straight to Colburn, and Colburn collects comfortably.
Yo, Sonny, I'm gonna need a follow-up, right?
Colburn comes to the edge of our box, decides to kick, boots it upfield. Ball for on, great control by number 10 Cochrane, but being challenged by number 12. Balls fall for James. James plays to Buckley. Buckley's still on it. Number 6 plays it to Benjamin. Benjamin takes a poor first touch, runs into some trouble, intercepted by Lady Masters, but given back to Wadadli FC to London. London is still on it. London being challenged by Cochrane. Cochrane wins that one, but rescued by Zolik Samuel. Ball goes back to Henry. Thomas looks forward, tries to play one into D'Souza, and he reaches D'Souza with a lovely rolly turn. Or D'Souza tries to go across the middle, but great defending and use of the body by number 5, Melvin, for Lady Masters. But Buckley tries to take a shot from some 17 yards out, but the ball hit the defender, falls. Ball intercepted by London. London toes it to Buckley. Buckley loses out to Hodge. Now balls with Cochrane. Cochrane has some space. Lovely cry by Cochrane. Still on it by Cochrane. Cochrane tries to play one through, but ball goes straight to Thomas, and Thomas plays it to Hodge. Hodge turns and plays it down the line, and it falls for number 9, but number 9 was defended where the ball is with Buckley now. Buckley looks up, tries to play it across, intercepted by number 9. Ball now is with Gabby D'Souza. D'Souza turns across the back, dribbles 1, dribbles 2, tries to play through to James, but intercepted by the defender and cleared. But falls to Hodge. Hodge is on it now. Hodge miscontrols, but under pressure by number 7. And Hodge is bailed by number 8, Thomas. For Wadadli FC, she plays it down the line for James, but it was intercepted by Melvin. And Melvin is still on it. Melvin tried to wiggle her way out. Melvin is still in it. Melvin still has it, but tussling with James, and the ball goes off of Melvin for a throw-in for Wadadli FC, Zico.
I think there was something in the halftime talk for Lady Masters. We're seeing Serenity Colburn looking to utilize her box with those balls that she's picking up with her hands, trying to bypass that initial press. So hopefully that bodes well for the team in terms of alleviating some of the pressure they've been under.
There's a cross by D'Souza, but met by Melvin, and it goes into touch for a corner it is. And as I said earlier, Wadadli FC now kicking from north to south, and Lady Masters kicking from south to north. So the corner looks like it will be taken by D'Souza down there on the far side. Zico, what do you think about Wadadli FC, Lady Masters trying to play it from the back, knowing that they have a young team and there's a lot of inexperience in that team? We get to that after the corner. The corner is taken, headed by Samuel, and blocked by the defender, but falls to Buckley. Zico, your thoughts on the way in which Lady Masters choose to play this game, given the lack of experience and technical players to actually play it from the back?
I think it was a difficult proposition from the very start, but the alternative would be to try to bypass the initial press, but you would also need players who are technically good enough to play that ball in behind the defense, and it looks like that on both fronts. It's a work in progress with this young team. I think, again, alluding to the decision by the goalkeeper, Colburn, in terms of what we've seen so far, we can see that there were clear instructions to go past that initial press in terms of her kicking out of her hand. Hopefully, she can get a little bit more distance on those kicks to get it past the midfield press of the Wadadli United FC, and hopefully they can look to get into this encounter and have a little bit more of a foray into the Wadadli United FC half.
All right. Well, I'm doing all the explanation of the thoughts and the questions. There was a player down for Lady Masters, and there's also a corner for Wadadli FC to be taken by D'Souza from the near side of the pitch, and she whips it in, right foot in swinger, but the ball goes straight into touch, and there's a goal kick for Lady Masters.
Bit of a poor corner there from D'Souza, not getting into the penalty area where they had bodies. I think with the height and the size of the Wadadli United FC, they would be looking for those corners to be put into more dangerous.
And there's an interception by James, played into Buckley. A lovely first touch by Buckley, played it into James, but James took a touch in trouble. But nevertheless, it falls to Buckley, and a sliding shot, and Buckley has finally gotten onto the score sheet here, and the goal was scored now. So the score is now 5-0 to Wadadli FC. Goal scored by Kanika Buckley in the 47th minute of play. So now we have, it's totally out of reach here, the Zico for Lady Masters. It's just a matter of how much the score is going to end up here this evening, Zico. But I must say that I will commend Lady Masters for actually trying to play football and not just kicking away the ball. But at some point in time, you have to cut your losses and try something different. But as it is, so we have there now the 5th goal, and the score is 5-0 to Wadadli FC. Goal scored by Kanika Buckley in the 47th minute.
Just a reminder for viewing fans, we're playing 80-minute games. So on the resumption, it will be 7 minutes into the second half, 47th minute of play. Kanika Buckley notching her first goal of the season, following up on her initial attempt and tucking it home nicely.
The ball is now with D'Souza, but intercepted by Melvin, and I must say, Desmond, Melvin has been a stalwart here for Lady Masters.
Yes,
she doesn't have much help, but I like when there's one player on the team who has to take the mantle and does most of the dirty work, and she's definitely doing that here for her team. Number 5, Melvin. She's all over the place, especially in the defensive end of the pitch, trying to keep the scoreline to a respectable scoreline, helping her teammates out when they're in trouble. And now the ball is broken for Hodge. Hodge pokes it forward. It falls to Buckley. Buckley does a little layoff to Benjamin. Benjamin to London. London turns, plays it wide for Zoe James. She's chasing it, trying to keep it into play. She keeps it into play. And the defender comes hard, but with some fancy footwork, Samuel gets to plays into Buckley, and Buckley with a poor first touch, and Ballard intercepts. Ball is played upfield, but intercepted by Roberts, and then Roberts is tackled by number 16 for Lady Masters, and the ball goes into touch for a throw-in to be taken by number 12, Thomas. Thomas takes a long throw down the line for Samuel. Samuel takes it on the chest, but didn't control it properly. Anyway, the ball falls to Thomas. A lovely attempt of a turn by Cochran, but the ball starts Cochran, number 10 for Lady Masters. She's on it going forward. Doesn't really have any help, being opposed by 2 defenders. Try to take one on, get past the first one, but the help of the other one, and the ball falls for number 8. Number 8 turns inside, looks, plays it into midfield. James is on it. James challenges it, but ball ricochets. Goes down on the right side, picks up by number 15. Number 15 tried to keep it in play, but it goes out of touch. And there's a throw-in for Wadadli FC on the right side of the pitch.
George, what do you think about being 5-0 up and no changes off the bench for Wadadli United FC, George?
Well, at the end of the day, we as commentators could only recognize what is happening. I think that's the decision to be made by Coach Joella Potter. But here we go again with D'Souza coming down. She cuts inside to her left foot and takes a shot, but comfortable for Colborne there in goal. And Colborne has it. She's jogging to the edge of her box. She decides to throw, but changes her mind. Yes, she decides to throw and makes a long throw, and the ball falls nicely for Cochran. Cochran, a nice little turn, but the experience of Benjamin, and she's off the ball comfortably. Benjamin gets it back, turns, plays it for Samuel. Samuel takes a good touch, goes past one. Somebody still going, and a nice ball across Benjamin, but intercepted by Ballard, falls to James and London. And London takes a shot, but the ball goes straight into the hands of Colborne. Colborne, this is to Cochrane. Cochrane miscontrols, intercepted by ball intercepted by Benjamin. Benjamin for London. London plays it to Buckley. Buckley still has it. Buckley loses out. London tried to play one over the top with the left foot, but intercepted by number 5, Melvin. Melvin is being harassed by D'Souza. And now the balls fall for Martin. Now Roberts.
Is it D'Souza on the goal?
Yes, D'Souza on the goal. D'Souza strikes the goal, but it is lovely save and great positioning once again by Serenity Colborne.
Excellent position
to deny D'Souza of a third so far in this encounter.
Excellent positioning there by Colborne. Again, keeping the score respectable. I've been impressed with her positioning, her shot stopping, even her distribution seems to be on point, George.
Yes, she's kicking the ball upfield and that seems to be falling for her players. The corner is going to be taken by D'Souza. Lovely corner it is. Falls for Buckley to take on the volley, but unfortunately the ball hit the hands of Buckley. And we see here there's a player warming up for Wadadley FC, Zico. So it looks like Wadadley FC looking to make a change into this game which they have been so dominant in. Zico. So there's a free kick for Lady Masters to be taken by number 5, Melvin, and she boots it upfield. Ball is played in the vicinity number 16, but still intercepted by Roberts. Roberts has it. Roberts plays it for number 12, which is Henry. Henry comes forward with it. Henry still has it. Goes past 2. Plays it for Samuel. Samuel turns inside. Beats 1. Plays it to Buckley. Number 6 makes a run. Play back to Samuel. Samuel is on it. Cut back to her right foot. Dribbles the player. But it's a lovely touch by Ballard. Ballard's used her body. And aggressively, I must add, Ballard was there on James, and the ball goes into touch for throwing for Wadadley FC. Wadadley FC number 14, Samuel has the ball now, but leaves it for number 12, Henry, to come and take the throw.
There's good defensive play again from young Ballard.
And Ballard again with a strong interception, but fouled by D'Souza. And that's the aggression you need to have in games like these when you're under the caution. Needs to stamp some sort of authority and let them know, yes, the score is such and such, but we're still going to give it a fight. And there's a foul on Ballard, which was in a free kick for Lady Masters. Ball booted by Melvin, falls out. A great touch by Cochrane. Cochrane plays it back. Defender tries to boot it upfield, but it was a wayward pass and intercepted by Roberts. Roberts is still in it. Roberts is going across pitch in it. Roberts tries to plays it out to James. Then Hodge. Now Hodge with it, going down the line. The right back Hodge is making a run, which I must say is quite impressive. But intercepted by the defender, number 15, down on that side, and boots into touch, and is a throw-in for Lady Masters. Number 15, Williams, who made the interception down there on the defender, Hodge.
So we're in the 15th minute of the second half, or the 55th minute of play, and we have Buckley on the ball, looking to combine with young London as they continue their attack on the Lady Masters FC goal.
Right, so then an interception by London. London tries to play to James, but intercepted by number 3, which is James for Lady Masters. And there's a throw-in for Hodge of Wadadley FC. Ball taken, a great touch and turn by D'Souza. She goes past 1, she goes past 2, plays the ball down the line but intercepted by Bellat. And I must say, Bellat and Melvin in centre back, he has made quite a few interceptions thus far, Zico, and it seems like we have a substitution here for Wadadli FC going into the game, number 16.
D'Souza.
Yes,
Daniel
D'Souza
D'Souza.
going in, Daniel D'Souza going in, and coming out is young Aliyah London, who already has 2 goals, so that looks like the end of the afternoon for London, who has been very impressive thus far throughout this encounter.
Yes, Aaliyah tallying 2 goals, one in the 11th and one in the 37th. She put in a good shift, George, and I think a well-deserved rest.
Definitely. So we're here now, Buckley's on it, on top of the 18. She has space to drive forward. She drives forward. She goes past one defender, but intercepted by Melvin. Ball's off D'Souza. D'Souza tries to play James. And then ball is intercepted by James of Lady Masters. So now it's a corner kick for Wadadli FC. Yes, Zico. So I think this is a relatively easy game to officiate, and the referee, like, she's, you know, having a really, really good afternoon, from my opinion. So there's some substitutions being warming up. It's number 13 and number 21 for Wadadli FC. They're now doing their warm-up routine, looking to enter the game very shortly. And we have a corner kick here for Wadadli FC, which will be taken by the corner kick specialist. D'Souza, it seems like, she's taking most of the corners along with London. And the ball is whipped in by D'Souza, attacked, but over the head of James, and the defender is on it, tries to go forward, it falls to number 8, and then the Cochrane tries to play it forward, but didn't reach in, intercepted by Thomas. Thomas plays it to Benjamin. Benjamin plays it wide to D'Souza. D'Souza comes around the corner now, plays it across goal for number 16. D'Souza, Daniel D'Souza, who just enters the pitch. And on a first touch, Daniel D'Souza passes the ball into the goal past Colburn in the 57th minute of play. And now it is 6-0 for Wadadli FC in this encounter this evening here, Zico. And your thoughts on it?
A good run by Gabriel D'Souza, a bit of a sister connection there. But we must commend Daniel D'Souza for coming off the bench and finding that seam in between the 2 centre backs and making that run, presenting herself to get on, providing an opportunity to get on to that cross.
And yeah, just to add a little context to the substitution by young Aliyah London, I was watching the audio thing, I said, but this young lady looks like a past national player that I know. And, you know, come to find out that she's the daughter of former national player Aja London. And she's continuing her mother's footsteps, because her mother was a prolific goal scorer. And now she comes and seems to take up the same traits, Zico, which is good for football and the London family.
It's incredible that we have a mother-daughter combination on Wadadli United FC in the Londons, but quite rightly, you know, it's a good legacy to carry on, and we see young Aaliyah stamping her authority early.
And that's a great tackle by Bullet on D'Souza, and a lovely pass though, but intercepted by Thomas, and Thomas tries to play in James. James is on it. James goes past one, plays it across for D'Souza. D'Souza is on it, but it's a reach. And unfortunately,
own goal.
It seems like it's an own goal here, and the score is 7.
59th.
In the 59th minute, and the player looks, I can't make out the player number, but it looks like number 8.
Number 9.
Like number 8 or number 9.
Number 9.
We'll clarify on the number of the player, but it seems like it's an own goal to make it 6-0 here, Zico.
Yes, it looks like Samoa Weeks inadvertently getting that final touch on the ball as Colburn was trying to come out to pick it up. You know, a desperate slide by Samoa Weeks in the 59th minute. So that would be an own goal. It takes the score. Was that 7-0, George?
Yes, it is definitely 7-0. Yes, in the 59th minute, an own goal scored by Lady Masters in the number 9 player, which is Weeks, it is, Zico?
Yes, Samoa Weeks.
Yeah, number 9, Weeks, who scored an own goal, unfortunately. So the score now is 7-0 to Wadadli FC. Wadadli United FC, sorry. And the goalkeeper was hurt in that play, but now everything has been restored to parity. So everybody's up and the ball is back in the center, and we're ready to resume play.
Definite growing pains for this young Lady Masters team, George. But you know, season is a long season. Hopefully, they can keep at it, get some good work done on the training field, and regroup and have a better showing as the season progresses.
Definitely. And the ball, we resume play here. The ball is with Cochrane. Cochrane turns and plays it wise, miscontrol by the player, but a strong challenge between balls with young Daniel D'Souza now. But she tries to place it out to James, and unfortunately it was behind the James, and it goes into touch for throw. Show is taken to Melvin. Melvin takes it on the chest. A good turn by Melvin. Melvin's using her body to shield the ball off, plays it out to her teammate. And then played forward by Ballot, a great ball over the top, being chased by her teammate, but intercepted by Benjamin, and Benjamin plays it wide to Henry. Henry goes past one. Henry plays it down the line for Samuel. Samuel turns, has man running inside the box with D'Souza and plays it into the box, but picked up by Colborne. Fumble, but recovered by Colborne and kills the attack. So Colborne has it now in hand, walking to the edge of the 18. Elects to kick. Colborne boots it upfield, falls at midfield, picked up by Roberts. Roberts to Benjamin. Benjamin turns. Benjamin plays it forward to James on the right. James it across. Comes to Samuel, but Samuel miscontrols it, so it rolls out to play. Samuel recovers. Samuel is with it. Samuel turns. Freezer option, decides to go back to Henry. Henry goes into to Thomas. Thomas looks up. Thomas tries to take a shot, but challenged by defender. Ball falls to D'Souza. D'Souza to D'Souza, but interception by Melvin. And now Lady Masters has it, going on the attack. Looks to place one forward. Intercepted by Henry. Balls with D'Souza. D'Souza plays it back to Hodge. Hodge is now on the right side with it. Hodge has some time. Looks up. Hodge plays it back to D'Souza, but blocked. Now D'Souza has it. Daniel D'Souza has it, going forward. Daniel D'Souza is tackled. Ball is played forward and goes into touch. And now there's a throw-in for Wadadley United FC. And there's a substitution now going onto the pitch, number 21.
It's Carrie George.
And coming off number 5,
Janaira Hodge.
Janaira Hodge. So there's a substitution, the right wing back for Wadadley United FC. Hodge is coming off, and coming onto the field is
Carrie George.
Carrie George, who is now, so it's a like-for-like change. It seems like George is going and play right back or centre back. It seems like, and they're sliding Thomas over to right back, it looks like. Ball into Benjamin. Benjamin is still in control. Benjamin turns, plays a lovely ball into the space for James to run onto, but it was a bit too hard, and it goes into touch for a throw-in for Lady Masters.
I think the pace has settled down a little bit, George, with some of the changes Coach Joel Potter Isaac would have made. We've seen a little bit of a dip in intensity, but that's to be expected. But I think being so far ahead allows her to get some players in and get them a few minutes under their belt. Obviously, remaining games in the season are going to be a little bit more challenging than this, so it's good. It's a good opportunity to give some of your players a run out in a situation where you're in full control of the game.
Yeah, most definitely, Zico. And we are looking to approach the
25th minute of the second half, which would be the 65th minute of the game.
So we have some 15 more minutes to play, Zico?
It's roughly, given 2 or 3 minutes, because we did have a few substitutions already in the second half. So I would venture to say another 25 minutes injury time included in this encounter.
All right, so we're now with Thomas. Thomas plays it wide to James, Wadadley United FC, and it's intercepted by number 3, James, for Lady Masters, and the ball goes into touch for a throw. The throw looks like it'll be taken by Roberts, because now George is now in centre back and Roberts has moved out to the right back position. Ball is with D'Souza. Lovely outside the foot turn by D'Souza. She takes one, goes past the first defender. D'Souza's in the goal, but it's a brilliant
Another
save by
amazing save
Colborne.
there by Serenity.
And I must say, Colborne Zico has been trying her best here this evening and been doing absolutely fantastic in keeping the scoreline below double digits thus far, Zico.
Yes, Serenity, another brilliant save. Good decision making, coming out, making herself big. I mean, she is a fairly tall goalkeeper, George, so, you know, her positioning has been good. Her decision making in terms of when to come out and cut that angle off has been, I would say, you know, a standout performance within the Lady Masters FC.
Most definitely, Zico. And we're here now. There's a corner being taken by D'Souza once again. She drives this one right-footed. Attacked by James, but it didn't go on goal. It ricocheted out. And the ball is picked up by Benjamin. Benjamin is still in it, the skipper for Dudley United FC. She plays it to Thomas. Thomas had a poor first touch, but she's being challenged by number 17 for Lady Masters. Thomas plays it to Samuel. Samuel cuts across the middle. Samuel plays it to Daniel D'Souza. Samuel makes a run. D'Souza plays it to Buckley. Buckley plays a one-time touch in, but there was some lovely defending and reading of the play by Ballet, and Ballet was able to clear it. James for Dudley FC loses out to D'Souza. D'Souza plays it to D'Souza, but there is Ballet once again making another timely interception, and the interception was picked up on the far side by Roberts, but Roberts was dispossessed. And Gabriel D'Souza with a long-range effort, but it stays high and wide of goal and goes over bar and into touch for a goal kick for the Lady Masters. And Zika has been a lot of repeated the first half, I must say, where the ball is being played predominantly one half, and goalkeeper, Dominican international goalkeeper Hayes has hardly had a touch, if any.
I don't think Joel has had a touch in the second half.
In the second half, so
I think the extent of her contribution to the game in the second half has just been her encouraging her defenders to stick with it and being in the right position, communicating. But as far as goalkeeping in terms of saving, she's largely been in trouble. I don't think there's been a shot on goal. The touches that she has have been when her centre-backs have played it back to her, and she's done well with her distribution.
And there's a pass into D'Souza. D'Souza with a lovely flick to D'Souza. Back to D'Souza. Oh, and the referee flag was raised to offside, but that was some fancy football and some good intervention. 1-2 play between Daniel D'Souza and Gabriel D'Souza for Dudley United FC. And Daniel D'Souza was being a bit unselfish, you know, playing it to her counterpart, Gabriel D'Souza, but I think she could have gone all the way, Zico, to score her second goal of the afternoon. But nonetheless, she tried to get an assist with her teammate. The ball is played back, and there's a player down for the Lady Masters. The ball is with Thomas. Thomas plays Henry plays it wide for Samuel. Samuel plays it inside for Benjamin. Benjamin decides to take a shot and goal, but it goes wide of goal and goes into touch for a goal kick for the Lady Masters. And the Lady Master has a player down here, and it's kind of difficult to see the number on her shirt.
Looks like the skipper, Kayla Melvin.
So, okay, so my comparison says skipper Kayla Melvin is down. So, the physio Bruce is on the pitch, and also the team physio for the Dudley FC is also on the pitch. So we'll wait to see if the player could continue or if they will have to substitute the player Zico. And thus far the score is 7-0, and Dudley FC has only made what? Lady Masters has only made one change thus far.
I think they've made two.
Two?
Yes, we had Daniel D'Souza going in.
No, that's for Dudley FC has made 3 changes thus far, but I'm talking Lady Masters, they've only made one, but it was the first half substitution. It was where I think number 12 Ballot came on for number 4.
And they would have made that change at half with Samoya Weeks.
All right, so there's 2 substitutions thus far for Lady Masters and 3 substitutions thus far for Dudley United FC, Zico.
It looks like Kayla is sitting up. I mean, hopefully she can continue. She's put in a very commendable performance thus far, George, trying to lead from the front. I mean, it was always going to be difficult against this well put together Dudley United FC, but she's given a very good account of herself, George. I think Kayla, along with young Jakayla Bellot, who came on, and Serenity Colburn. I think those three players would have, put in a good shift, all things being considered for this young Lady Masters team.
Yeah, I must come say that those three players have definitely been putting in the work. I think number 10, Cochrane also has put in some work, but she doesn't have, there's not much help when he gets to Cochrane. After that, there's not much on offer.
Yes.
So you understand what I'm saying? But those 4 players to me seems to have some talent. If they get some good players around them, they definitely could, help this Lady Masters team to evolve. And as I always say, as a captain, Zico, which Melvin is, you lead from the front. Your work, once your work rate is high and you encourage your teammates, there's always a chance for everybody else to follow. And I think Melvin has done that. It's unfortunate that the United team is just a much better team, more experienced players, a lot more national players and seasoned players, technically better players. So, her effort is just not enough to hold them up, but she's definitely putting a shift thus far.
I think they, with that Lady Masters group, being as young as they are, I mean, we can see there is some talent, and there is some talent that can be built on. Hopefully, they can manage to stay together as a group, and possibly add 1 or 2 players to bring a little bit more quality to the unit. But I think this is a team that we can definitely look forward to if they keep the pieces together, and they will be more competitive in the future. So it's the
game as
32nd minute of the second half, which would be the 72nd minute of play.
Yeah, so we have just about 8 minutes of regulation time to play, along with some extra time. And the ball is with Buckley. Buckley tries to play through to Samuel, but intercepted by number 9. Ball plays in forward, but intercepted by Thomas. Thomas rolls it out to Roberts. Roberts has it. A lovely running gap by D'Souza, but she couldn't get it. Oh, it falls to the other D'Souza. She makes a cross in, and Samuel is there in it. Samuel with a touch to Buckley. Buckley takes a touch. Oh, and it's a lovely foot save by Colburn, and she's helped out by her defenders, Ballot and Williams, it looks like, and she plays it into forward, intercepted by George. George tries to clear her lines. Ball falls to number 17.
Number 16.
Number 17. I know the ball is in. The number 16 has it, plays it to Buckley. Buckley tries on goal. Saved by Colburn. Colburn pushes it wide, and James run it down. James is with it. And the referee blows a whistle because there's a player down for Lady Masters.
It's number 16. There, Kimberly Jeffers. Looks like she's suffering from a bit of cramp, George. She would have done a lot of running in the first half. And it looks like, all that running has caught up with her. Looks like she's suffering from a bit of a cramp there to the calf. George, you and I both know, playing on this turf, heat is unforgiving. And a 4 o'clock kickoff, there's still some residual heat coming up off that turf, and that plays takes a massive toll on players as far as that work rate is concerned.
Yeah, most definitely. And also being under immense pressure for some 70-something minutes, Zico, 73 minutes plus, they've been under pressure, and she has been putting in some work. So, the body will go as far as it can, and we see that the body can't go anymore here, so she has to take a knee, and there's physiotherapist Bruce, or EMS officer Bruce here, attending to the cramps here with the young lady. So Zico, just to a quick recap of the scores for the audience as we wait on this injury to
So we had
play out.
Gabrielle D'Souza so far with a double, goals in the 6th and 23rd minute. Aaliyah London also tallying 2 goals in the 11th and the 37th. Then we had Daniel D'Souza in the 57th minute. And we have
Kanika Buckley before that in the 47th minute, Zico.
Sorry, yes. Kanika Buckley in the 47th. Daniel D'Souza coming off the bench and scoring with her first touch in the 57th. And then 2 minutes later in the 59th, an own goal by Samoya Weeks. And by my count, George, that's 1, 2, 3, 7-0?
Yes, definitely. 7-0 at this point, and we're into the
75th minute of play, and we see Kimberly Jeffers being assisted back to her bench, definitely struggling with some cramp, and it looks like it's going to be a tough day continuing for Lady Masters. I mean, we noticed their bench wasn't I think they only had 3 substitutes, and I think they've made those 3 changes.
They've made 2 substitutes, and then the captain went off, and now Jeffers is off, so they're down to 8 players now. So the ball is back into play. D'Souza is on it. Gabriel D'Souza, she turns and shoots, but it goes wide and into touch for a goal kick for Lady Masters. And I would assume Colburn is going to use up a whole lot of this goal kick to waste some time, for the ref to blow off this game. As Zico said, we're into the
75th minute of play.
The ball is into play here with Bellat. Bellat boots it upfield. Straight to Martin. Martin takes a touch. Martin has it under control. Plays it to Samuel. Samuel to Buckley. Buckley tries to place it to Samuel. Back to Samuel, but it was an errant pass and it goes into touch for a throw for Lady Masters. So Bellat is walking over to take the throw and telling her teammates to move forward because she's going to try to throw it upfield. Number 12, Young Bellat. She throws it in. Ball is challenged for by number 8, but headed by number 12 for Lady Masters. He is George, number 21 for Wadad United, and she plays it forward. But Gabriel D'Souza, who was in a half-side position on the pass, come up. Yes, to get that ball, and the referee blows her offside, so it's now a free kick for Lady Masters. Free kick to be taken by Cochrane, number 10.
In the 76th minute.
And booted forward. Oh, there's a big kick by Cochrane. I didn't know Cochrane have that in her locker, Zico. But it was cleared by George and then headed into touch by number 7.
I think, George, that style of play could have possibly been useful a little bit earlier when you had Jeffers, who was willing to do that hard yard in that forward position. I think that could have been employed to try to get behind this well-organized Wadadli United defense. Yes,
and we're here attacking Wadadli FC United. Gabriel, she cuts 1, she cuts 2. She gets into the box, rolls the cross for Zolique Samuel, and on the 6-yard box, Zolique Samuel puts her effort over the bar and into touch for a goal kick.
I think Zolique there. Zolique there already thinking she scored before she actually scored, George, and missing in a situation where it would have been easier to score.
And there's another player down here for Lady Masters, and they're already down to 8 players, Zico. Hence, there was only 3 substitutions, and they already used it, and 2 other players came off injured and couldn't return. So now they're down to a base 7 players, including the goalkeeper, which is 8. So now if there's another player have to come down, it seems like it will be now they will be down to 7 players, including the goalkeeper. But the player is up, so it looks like the player could continue. Looks like it was number... Oh, I can't even tell the number from here, but the player is up now. And the referee, Portia Davis, is looking to resume play, which is a goal kick for Lady Masters from the southern end. Bella takes it. It goes straight to Samuel. Falls Cochrane. Cochrane boots it forward. Miscontrolled by Martin. But it falls to Benjamin. Benjamin is now on it. Benjamin takes a touch. Plays it to Thomas. Thomas back to Benjamin. Benjamin has some space. Benjamin plays it to D'Souza, but intercepted. Return to Benjamin. Now it's to Zolique Samuel, and she's trying to score, but intercepted and kicked into touch by Cochrane. And now it's a corner kick for Wadadli United FC. And there's 2 more substitutions looking to come on for Wadadli United FC here in the latter stages of this encounter, Zico. And it seems like number 13 and number 4. But the referee is blown for the corner to be taken. So Gabriel D'Souza will take this corner. She whips it in right-footed. It's a curling corner, but headed by Bellat. Bravely, I must add. And the ball now is going towards this northern end, but picked up by Benjamin. Benjamin turns, plays it into Thomas. Thomas weighs her options, finds number 9, James on the right. James cuts in, looks up, plays it into Daniel D'Souza, but ball ricochets and picked up by Bellat, and Bellat plays it out on the far side for a throw-in. It seemed like there was 2 substitutions going to be made, but the time seemed like it was allotted, so the coach, Joella Potter, has changed her mind, and the substitutions went back on the bench. I
would say, commendable performance by the Wadadli FC United. I would say it's expected as well, looking at the caliber of players on display. You know, just going through their paces, winning the game as a way in the way that and the manner that they
And
should.
Kanika Buckley's in goal here, and there's a strike by Kanika Buckley, and Kanika Buckley has grabbed her second goal of the afternoon from an assist in the 80th minute, I must say. Goal number 8 by Kanika Buckley to make the score 8-0 in favor of Wadadli United, Zico. And that's the end of our encounter, Zico. Your final thoughts on this one, Zico?
I think the Wadadli United FC would have, I think they're in a good frame of mind. It's always good to get your season off with a win and with quite an emphatic victory, scoring 8 goals. So I think they would be happy with the win. I mean, obviously, there's always room for improvement, and I think Coach Potter Isaac would be looking at making the adjustments going into the next encounter. As far as the Lady Masters are concerned, they were commendable performances by some young players. I think there's enough for them to look forward to, and they can look to this as a learning, a very steep learning curve, George. But they obviously have to get ready, put in some work on the practice field, and get ready for their next match.
Yeah, most definitely. There's not much else to say. You have covered it all in terms of that encounter just now. So that is the end of the first game here at the Technical Center for the ABFA in the Calvin A sponsored Women Football League 2025. And just a quick recap on the score. And the goal scored by Gabriel D'Souza, having scored the first, scoring 2 goals, one in the 6th minute and the 23rd minute. And Aliyah London in the 11th and 37th. Kanika Buckley scored 2 goals in the 47th and the 80th minute. Number 16, D'Souza, Daniel D'Souza in the 57th minute, an own goal by the number 9 player for Lady Masters in the 57th minute. And that concludes the goal scoring in the game, Zico. And Buckley in the 80th, sorry. So 2 goals for Buckley in the 80th minute. So this is us here on the conclusion of the first encounter of this 2025 Calvin Hill sponsored Women League between Wadadli United FC and Lady Masters. We get Joel and the girl before them go. Johnny. Oh, Johnny. Eh? He mute? Good? Yeah, and you're here now with the coach of Wadadli United FC, Joel Apata Isaac, and the skipper of Wadadli United FC, Jada Benjamin. Just the first question to Ms. Pata. I know there wasn't much in that game. You all dominated the game from start to finish, but just a quick read on your thoughts of the game and any player that you think stand out minus Mrs. Benjamin here.
Yes, I do. Gabriel D'Souza, along with my whole back line was awesome. I know there wasn't much work on our half, but we all did a good job. It was a pretty easy game.
All right, thanks. I think so too, but I can't say backline did a good job because they really didn't have much to do, but I could appreciate the effort that you commending all them because they played their part in that game. And for you, Benjamin, you was absolutely dominant at midfield, controlling the pace, the pace and the flow of the game from front to back. So just your thoughts and what you think you all need to do, because I would want to believe that the other 3 teams that is left in the league is going to be much tougher opponents than this. So, just your thoughts on this game and what y'all did good and what you think y'all probably need to improve on going into the next.
So, first off, I would like to congratulate my team on the win. Secondly, it's our first game in a long time, so it's like a practice match to us to see where we are. We need to work offensively, finishing, and more structure of the team.
All right, and going into the next game, the rest of the games, I think it will be your defense will finally get some work to do, or you think you will be, because the way you was at midfield, you were really dominant. So I don't know if you could be that dominant and save your defense some more work. What do you think?
Yes, it's gonna be. We just have to work as a team. The other games is gonna be tougher, so we have to work on that. Defense will get more work too, definitely.
All right then. Thank both of you for taking the time to sit down and have this conversation. May I wish you all the best through the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right.